A recent question gave me the idea for this 5-minute video. How do we reduce the size of a large number of images? Automatically, of course. Here I have a folder of 12 high resolution images, but it could easily be 112 or more. Let's just assume that I want them to be HD in size for a project. In other words, I need them to be 1920 pixels on the long side. Now I've opened up just one of those images into Photoshop, and it doesn't matter which one. What we're going to do here is to create an action to resize this image. We need to go to Window and we need to open up the Actions palette. Actions can be created in sets, which are just like a folder of different actions. So if I go to the top right here, I can create a new set. We can give it a name, and I suppose image size would be appropriate. And within that set, I could include quite a number of actions if I had the need. We only want one simple one, so within that set, go to the top right and we're going to create a new action. Let's give that a name. I'm going to call this HD. It's in the correct set because obviously there are other sets available. We can apply a function key, although in this case we're not going to use that key. I'm going to click record. We get a little warning here that this action is going to hide a shortcut for the info command. We're not bothered about that. OK. The little record light comes on in the Actions palette. All we need to do now is to resize the image once because we're going to record the actions. So image size. I can't change both the width and height without distorting the image or changing the format. So the crucial width in pixels here needs to be 1920. It's going to mean that the height's a little over 180, but that's fine. Click OK and then click Stop the action. Now, as you can see by the clear screen here, I've shut down the Actions palette, which we don't require on screen, and I've also shut down the image without saving it, so it's still full size in my folder of 12. So what we need to do next is to go to File and Scripts and Image Processor. The image processor has 4 sections. The first part is asking us where is the folder you want me to work on. So we need to select the panel here and navigate to it. That's the one, I think, and that's the folder that contains the 12 high resolution images, so OK to that. In the next option, number 2, I'm going to tick the box to save in the same location. Now don't worry, these images are not going to be overwritten. Photoshop will create another folder called JPEG and it'll take the high res and adjust them into the JPEG folder. So we're safe. I can choose here what I want to save the image as, JPEG, PSD, TIFF, and I even get to choose the quality of the JPEG as well. But down here, I can tick a little box to run an action. I can choose the actions, so let's choose image size. There's HD popped up automatically because it's the only one in that set. Now I just need to click run and Photoshop will do all 12 of those images in no time at all. But imagine if you had a couple of hundred images. So coming back into Bridge just for a moment, we can see all of the original high resolution images are still intact. There's the JPEG folder I mentioned. I'll open that. And in there we can see that every one of these images has a width of 1920 pixels. Back in Photoshop, let's make an action that's actually going to crop the images as well, although we do lose a little bit of control here. A new action. I'm just simply going to call this aspect ratio, or AR for short. Then I'm going to go to my crop tool, and from this option I'm going to choose 16:9. Hit the tick, stop the action, Now I need to apply that action in the same way as before. Here's the image processor. Nothing has changed since the last time apart from the action that I'm going to run. So when we click run, we're going to reduce these to 16:9 aspect ratio, but of course it's not going to take the pixel value down. Let's take a quick look to finish the video. And there we can see all of the images are 16:9 aspect ratio. Thanks for watching.